WhatsApp template messaging by WhatsBox is a Google Sheets add-on that helps you send WhatsApp template messages very easily. You can use it to send messages automatically when a new row is added or manually by clicking a button. You can also use it to resend the messages to the same recipients. Before you start the configuration, please make sure that you have signed up on app.whatsbox.io. Again, it's app.whatsbox.io. The reason for this is that the add-on relies on the APIs provided by WhatsBox, and you need to provide API key generated on WhatsBox platform. We are going to cover 4 different parts in this video. One is how to configure this add-on to connect with the WhatsBox services. Second is sending messages manually. Third is sending automated messages. Fourth is resending messages either automatically or manually. Just keep in mind all these messages that we are talking about are WhatsApp template messages. So now let's talk about configuration. Once you install this Google Sheets add-on, you go to the extensions menu in your Google Sheet, go to WhatsApp template messaging by WhatsBox and click on configuration. So when you are using it for the first time, it will ask you for Google OAuth authorization. You click on OK. It will show you the list of permissions that this add-on needs in order to access your Google Sheet as well as send the messages. So you should do select all and click continue. Okay, once the permissions are granted, you should see a sidebar, WhatsBox configuration sidebar, which is asking for WhatsBox API key. You can generate the key on app.whatsbox.io settings API keys page. You can get there by just clicking the link that's shown here as well. So now I have copied my own key to the clipboard. I'm gonna use that key and click on connect. Once it finishes the connection, you should see all the channels that are or the WhatsBox numbers under your account. You should select the number that you want to use for sending the messages. You should and then select the template, WhatsApp approved template, which is supposed to be first synced to WhatsBox. Once you sync it on WhatsBox, you should see those templates in the list here. So you should select the template. Next thing you do is there is a preview here of the template that you just selected. For example, if you select a different template, it will show you how that template looks with the variable placeholders. So we are going to use this template, that the first one in the list. Once you select the template, you should provide the phone number column that is there in your sheet. So in our case, it's phone_number. If you have recipient name available in your sheet, you should select that as well. This is optional, but it's recommended. So you should do selection here, which is name in our sheet. Next, you should map the variables that would be used by the template that we have selected. So in this case, the template has 2 parameters, numeric parameters 1 and 2. Both are in the body, so that's why it says body 1, body 2. You should select body 1 parameter, which is name. It says hi 1, so that is the name column. And then second, it says please verify something to complete your profile. So in our case, we are going to use a column called account keyword, which would have word your account, but it could be different wording based on your need. So we're gonna select that column account keyword, and then you can click on activate automation. It will save the information in your settings, and it shows automation is active now. So when you activate the automation, it doesn't automatically send the messages that you already have in the sheet. First time, if you already have the data in the sheet, then you'll have to manually send it. So the way to do this is you can say send to pending rows. It will give you a confirmation pop-up. Okay, once you do this, as you can see, the message was sent. It says sent here. It's actually scheduled with WhatsBox. So if you want to see the status, you have to go to the WhatsBox inbox to see the actual status of the delivery. Now let's see how the automated messages are sent. So let's say if you add a column, a new row in this sheet, a phone number, and as you type and you change the cells, you'll notice that the validation starts performing, and it will start asking for whatever is required information for this template. And again, I'm going to say your account. If as soon as I finish editing this cell, the automation will run and it will send the message to the second number as well. So this is how the automated messaging works. You can manually type new row, or you can use any other integration or program to add new row to the sheet, and the messages will get sent automatically. So we already saw how the manual initial messages are sent, how automated messages are sent. Now we're gonna look into how you can resend the messages to the recipient that you already received the messages. So it's very easy. If you want to do the on automated basis, all you need to do is remove these two values, these values from these two column, WhatsBox status, WhatsBox sent on, remove that information, and as soon as you move to the next cell, uh, it will rerun the process and send the message again. Now, what if you want to resend the message to this recipient manually, or more than one recipients manually? So for that, you use this same send to pending rows button. In order to see this, we're gonna pause the automation, and now I'm going to remove the records from these two cells. Now, because the automation is paused, the message won't be sent automatically. However, as once I click the send to pending rows and click OK, it will run the process again and send messages to whoever doesn't have the WhatsApp sent on column. So which basically, whenever there is no data in the WhatsApp sent on column, that's where it will process the automation for that record. I'm going to activate the automation again, so that whenever I add a new row, it starts sending the messages automatically. But there are various scenarios you can handle sending messages. One is automated whenever you add a new row, manually when you have a new sheet, and then you can also resend the messages either automatically or manually. Okay, so I'm going to summarize before ending the video. So first, you should sign up on app.whatsbox.io. It's whatsbox.io. Second, you generate the API key on WhatsBox. You get a template approved on WhatsApp Manager and then sync to WhatsBox. That's how you'll see during the configuration. Next step is configure the add-on with channels, which is WhatsApp phone number, WhatsApp approved template, and the column mapping. Next step is use the automation to send the messages or send them manually by using the send to pending rows button. There are two columns automatically added by the add-on, which is WhatsBox status and WhatsBox sent on. You should not remove these columns, because then that would impact the processing. When the process runs, if all required values are not available, it will print the error in the WhatsBox status column. After sending the message, WhatsApp status value would change to sent, and current timestamp will be printed in the WhatsApp sent on column. The process will use the record only when there is no value in the WhatsApp sent on column. So that's it.